Good afternoon. Just roll right into it. So the Chilliwack Creative Commission is gratefully located on the traditional territory of the Stalo people. So live from Studio C, welcome.
Creative Third Thursday.
Welcome to Creative Third Thursdays. So it's great to be back because last month we weren't here because we did the Pechakucha event last month. So it's great to be back here hosting in Studio C for Creative Third Thursdays. And let's give a big Chilliwack round of applause for Tim McAlpine, Michael Berger, the Cowork Chilliwack team. All right, that's enough. Okay, so on screen are the members of the Chilliwack Creative Commission. I am Geoff Edwards, and we are super happy to have all of you faces in our audience here today. So the Chilliwack Creative Commission is a committee of the Chilliwack Economic Partners Corporation. The commission is a one-stop resource for film, interactive, and digital media in Chilliwack. Am I going too fast for you? Sorry. Okay. So we are all about helping stimulate activity in our sector. So that's why we have these events. So other people that are creative can meet other people that are creative and see what happens. Like a little petri dish, if you will. Or peach tree dish, whatever. So that's why we are promoting events like Creative Third Thursdays and our annual Pechakucha. So wave if this is your first time at a Creative Third Thursday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow, this is wonderful. So Creative Third Thursdays is your monthly opportunity to meet and mingle with other creative people in our area. And you're sure to meet interesting people if you keep coming, and mingle and at these events. And one of the things you probably want to remember about it is we always have cold snacks. And with that, let's get on with our show.
Take a page from my book, darling. Take a second, adjust your eyes to the light. 'Cause there's always tomorrow. Take a page from my book, darling. Speeding fast through the night to get where we gotta go. There's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow.
So please welcome Festival Director Taras Groves and Mik Stolz, a recent graduate of G.W. Graham Secondary School's filming program. Good to see you, man. Nick, nice to see you again. Wow. Great to see you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
A very exciting weekend too, right?
Busy weekend, yeah.
Yeah, busy weekend for you. So you first of all, let's just start by talking about what we just saw. How do you go into creating a festival trailer? What's
the trailer?
we saw you in it, Mick.
Yes.
Change your hair color.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is very new. So.
Yeah. So, what's the thought process into creating a nice?
Hopefully to make people want to come to
Yeah.
the festival.
And the music. What is the music? Because that was really catchy. I've
yeah.
seen that several times, and I'm going.
Yeah, I have
a
a buddy. The first few years, we actually just use kind of like famous music, which as a festival is pretty frowned upon, as the filmmakers shouldn't be doing that, so we can't be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have a very talented musician, husband and wife duo friends that they make the music every year. So yeah, Trey Fu. So
Wow.
so I just basically tell him like, hey, I always don't give him enough notice too, so I always just say like, hey, I need the music next week. But I think it's pretty good.
Well, you tell them. I said it's really awesome and catchy. I liked it. But tell us about the team of people that you need to put together a festival like this.
Yeah, I mean, we're all volunteers. It's a non-profit society. I have a full-time job, so I do this all in my own time, and it's just a real passion project from everyone involved. So we're always looking for volunteers too. Just a shameless plug if anyone ever wants to help out. But so it's just myself. I co-founded it with Charlotte Whaley, and then we've been doing it since year one, 6 years ago. This is our 6th edition now, and then we have like a big team of people. Like we have Brendan Taylor, who's the projectionist. It's always a very important job. And then obviously with independent film too, the standards are a little bit different. Like when you go and watch a big Hollywood movie, it's going to be quality controlled, but independent film, there's usually a few finicky things, a few glitches. So it's been my week this week, and then there's just many people that just kind of help out and just and then it's only possible through all the sponsors and everyone that kind of puts their money behind it and just makes it a real reality.
And Mick, I saw you a few weeks back. Well, I guess like a month ago, basically. It was Pecha
Yeah. Wow.
Pucha.
Geez, yeah.
And so tell us about your film and how that's ended up in the Chilliwack Film Festival.
Oh my gosh. Well, in 2019, which is 3 years ago now.
You were in high school?
Yeah. I was 16, and I entered the screenplay that I wrote into the Chilliwack Film Festival, and I won an award through that, and that was like crazy cool. And so that kind of like kickstarted the process of actually making my film, and through that I just fell in love with film, and
this is because I just heard this very interesting sort of anecdote outside, and I've never heard it before, and it made me sort of perk up my ears, because you otherwise were failing your film program, and isn't it true, Michaela?
It is so true. I was failing film class, and I was failing film.
And now you made this amazing film.
Yeah, amazing. Oh.
Amazing.
But yeah, I was failing the class, and writing that script was the only thing that kept me from failing the class. So
the schedule is not all about films. It's not all independent films. There are some actual genuine opportunities for professional development with this as well. So we could talk a little bit about that for us.
Yeah. This is the first year where we're really trying to like bring more industry events, because we want people to come and watch movies, and the whole point of the festival is like providing a platform for like a diverse range of voices to be heard, and like you can hear stories from all around the world. We have like submissions from I think like 40 countries this year, and we show 64 films. But outside of that, we want to hopefully kind of like give opportunities to like emerging filmmakers to kind of learn and grow. So thankfully, Tim and Cowork Chilliwack have given us this space during the festival to do a lot of industry events. So both Saturday and Sunday we have 5 panels. So like for example, on Saturday at 11 a.m. we have a How to Sell Your Feature Film panel, which is very cool. We have a Canadian distribution company called Ravens Banner. Like they do a lot of big movies. They're coming to Little Old Chilliwack to kind of come and talk to us. I need to learn that too. I don't know how to sell feature film. So like we're doing like that, and then we have like this incredible Canadian filmmaker called Anthony Scott Burns, who made a feature film 2 years ago called Come True, which was in like the top 10 New Yorker films of the year 2021. And he's coming to like, it's the modern secrets to indie feature filmmaking. He's coming on Saturday to talk about that too. So lots of opportunities and talks from like established professionals to learn from, and hopefully just take something away.
For budding filmmakers, what would be the do not miss this opportunity thing?
Definitely the feature film one, and then I'd say Anthony Scott Burns is one too.
Okay. So how do you go about choosing what will be seen at these events?
It's a tough process. Yeah, we have basically how festivals work is like throughout the year, filmmakers submit to the festival. Like I think this year we had 300 submissions, which isn't bad. It's from all across the world as well. In pre-pandemic, our record was 650 submissions, which was really cool. Obviously, the film industry is kind of bouncing back from that still. But yeah, we have submissions from like all over the world. I think this year from 40 countries, 300 submissions. And then the programming team it's a very heated debate. We all kind of like have our favorites and we just kind of narrow it down. And we can't show all of them. So I always say that we don't show any films that we don't like, but we don't get to show all the films we do like, because it's just so competitive. And as a filmmaker myself, it's part and parcel of the thing of like you get rejections, so it's we kind of narrow it down. You have to also like think of not just the film in itself, but like how it curates together, because you want like we have different blocks. So like you have like cult film blocks, which is kind of like weird films, documentaries. So it's all like about the kind of the pieces making the whole. But it's a process. I really enjoyed that side of it, the curation. So that's the fun thing.
So what was one of the films that you really sort of, this has got to be played? And come on, you guys.
I have a dark sense of humor, so I love the cult films blog on Saturday at 6:30. There's some really strange films in that. So if you like strange, I definitely recommend that. There's a film called Blister, which is just a 15-minute film about a guy that basically wants to lose weight, and there's no talking in it whatsoever. But it's bizarre, but it's fantastic, I think. Yeah.
So you've made this into a truly international event now. I mean, little old Chilliwack. Tell us about some of the connections you've made for the Chilliwack Independent Film Festival.
Yeah, I mean...
Isn't there a Down Under connection?
Yeah, well, we just had to cancel that today, unfortunately. Yeah, we're doing a virtual now, but we have Nash Edgerton. He's an Australian filmmaker. His brother's Joe Edgerton, who's like in a lot of big A24 films. He himself, he's like the stunt double for Ewan McGregor, all sorts. He's in quite a few big shows too.
So he's not coming, but...
He's not coming now because he just got a big show, basically. So,
But
we're doing a virtual panel with him next week. Yeah, we were going to do one in person.
Okay.
But we have lots of like Raven's Banner, the film distribution company, lots of great connections that way. And how it works for festivals too, because there's like a platform that everyone submits through called Film Freeway. That's kind of like the Facebook, the standard of submitting your films. And filmmakers like leave reviews, so you can't just get your buddies to leave reviews. It's the actual filmmakers that attend. Yeah. And through that, we're like a top 100 best reviewed festival, which is kind of nice for Chilliwack. So that's cool. And that's out of I think 10,000, so it's not bad. And then so it kind of like helps attract more filmmakers. And yeah, just I think this year we have 50 rooms booked at the Coast Hotel, and the whole point of the festival is it's Chilliwack. So like people usually drive through Chilliwack. So the point is to bring people to Chilliwack. It's a destination festival. They come, they stay, and then hopefully one day it's a week-long event. Yeah,
so there's an economic spin-off for our community, which is really great, of course. So Mik, what are you working on right now?
I've got kind of a couple ideas brewing, but it's definitely stuff that I want to get a few more people on board. But next year I'm hoping to work on a feature.
You should say your feature idea. It's great. I like it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this idea for a feature film that I want to shoot. It is about 5 actors, and they're all super into method acting, and it's like a cowboy and a businessman, and then like a Godfather type, like mafia style character, and then there's like extra number 3 who got like way too into his role, and then I'm thinking like either like a superhero or a pirate or something, right? So these 5 people that should not belong together at all, and they're all shooting kind of in the same studio block, and they end up. There's like a food truck or something that comes by one day, and the 5 of them all end up at this food truck, and they start chatting, and let's go for a beer after this.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you because this is like she's giving away too much secret sauce here, and honestly, everything you just said was copyright, Michaela.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trademarking it right now.
That's amazing.
Trademarking it.
It's really cool to see the creative mind at work here, and you guys work together on her film that's showing this weekend,
right?
That
was part of the film festival. We do a script to screen award where we pick like a youth filmmaker, like a script, and then help them make that into an actual film. And like the city of Chilliwack and Creative Commission, they provide like every Hallmark movie that basically shoots here now in Chilliwack have to pay like a film fund, and some of that money goes towards making a youth filmmaker, like a Chilliwack youth filmmaker, make their movie. So we take that, and then my own production company's own pictures. We have like an ARRI camera, like a $50,000 camera package basically. So together with the city and our kind of thing. We basically help a youth filmmaker. That was 3 years ago then. I don't know if you're a youth anymore.
Oh, I like to think I'm still considered a youth. Not that old.
So do I.
But just to caveat though, like we kind of help provide support and we give our advice, but you definitely did all the directing. You did an incredible job. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
it was funny because in the
Definitely
movie
something
there's
to watch this
I'm
week.
crazy
Yeah.
proud of myself.
well,
so,
in the movie
yeah.
there's a party scene, and I said to her like, so, my job is to give advice for that, and I'm like, a party scene's a little ambitious. Like, are you going to get enough people for that? Like, just stick to a few locations, as few actors as possible. But you were very insistent on it. Come to shoot, and you had like 20, 30 people. It was like, it looks incredible,
It looked like it looked like an actual party.
And we were all saying like, the team, we were saying like, we couldn't get like 3 people to a set, So it's kind of like.
And I heard that everybody was having these shooters at that party, but they were like water.
Oh, we were all,
Oh,
there
yeah.
was no alcohol on set. We were all just drinking water.
Yeah.
And so we all got really hydrated by the end of it. Yeah.
So, Tras, give us a long-term vision for this festival. You've been at it for 6 years now, and where do you see it being in the next? Let's look ahead. Where do you see it going?
Yeah, I mean, I want it to be, my dream is that like in 10 years' time, you're driving in Chilliwack and you're like, why is there so much traffic? Like, you're kind of cursing and you're like, the film festival's in town. That's what I want. I want it to be like a week-long event where like, kind of Sundance is, I think it takes place in the Park City and like nothing's there. Like, and then just throughout Sundance, people descend on it, and I want that for Chilliwack. I want it to be like this big event where we're having like huge filmmakers come in alongside like the opportunities that we can provide for Chilliwack filmmakers too. And my ultimate dream is to see like a Chilliwack student go from Imagine High or like the high school systems here. Michael's here with GW. He's doing an incredible job with the student film program there. But I want to see a Chilliwack student go from like graduating from film class there to UFE to then like having a film show at CIFF and then eventually going on to like maybe win an Oscar or something.
That's me.
So
That's
there
me.
you go.
That's
That's it.
Could be. And so, before we go, let's talk a little bit about the social aspect of the film festival. It's not just going and watching films. There's things going on, social.
I am British, so there's a lot of drinking involved. So, so that's definitely part of it. The whole point of a festival is to make connections and everything. So every night we have mixers. I think Friday we're at Bricklayer for like a film quiz, which will be fun. And then Saturday Fieldhouse, and then Sunday Major League. So the whole point of it is like you watch the films, and then what's great about a film festival is you're like, I love that film. I see that filmmaker's there, present. I can go over and talk to them, and it's just all about connections and, mingling and drinking. So,
Yeah. So the other thing I'd be remiss if I wasn't talking about Zone Pictures, your own film company. And again, in the lobby we were talking, and you've got some prospect for a production for this year.
Yeah, a couple of feature films. So yeah,
23, I
hopefully,
guess,
it's always tough with feature films. But yeah, we do a lot of corporate work too. But the passion's always to make just movies, and we love movies. And yeah, we have each year. The great thing about the festival is if we don't get into any other festivals, I have a festival to show my own thing at least. But no, this year we're working on a few feature films, hopefully.
So the Chilliwack Independent Film Festival celebrates unique perspectives and world-class storytelling, and it all starts tomorrow. Tickets at ciff.ca. Thank you very much for making time and this leading up to this incredibly busy and pinnacle of your year kind of thing. And Michaela, really nice to see you again. And please, a warm round of applause for Mik Stolz, Geoff. So remember, if you or someone you know is a creative entrepreneur, they are local, reach out to any of us on the Chilliwack Creative Commission. We may be featuring them, or even maybe one of you, on a future episode of Creative Third Thursday. So next time at Creative Third Thursdays, it's going to be a Christmas get-together. We don't know what that's going to entail yet, but it will be a Christmas get-together next time. So drop in for a visit and a bevy, and we'll see you December 15th. There's cold beer in the lobby. Thank you for coming to Creative Third Thursday. Cheers, everybody. Yes.